What advice do you have for a journalism student wanting to get into that field?
What I would tell anybody who's trying to break into the field of journalism is the first thing I would say is if you want to be a writer, obviously you have to know how to write, but you have to start reading first before you can write. So what I would tell everybody is read other people and see how they write, see what moves you, because at some point you're going to start developing your own flair for writing. And we are what we read in a way as journalists. I think every single journalist who's worth their salt has had a number of people who have influenced them. And I know that was no different for me. There were a number of newspaper columnists that I read. I think even to this day, parts of them have become a part of what I do as a journalist or what I had done as a reporter. So yeah, a lot of that rubs off on you. It becomes part of your own flair, and it helps you develop your own style. And that's, I think, what's going to happen with any journalist who becomes proactive at reading, learning what other people have to say and the way they write, and you can't help but be influenced by it.
What has been one of the most interesting articles that you have written?
I had the good fortune of being in the journalism profession for 20 years, and it's really hard to pick any one story that you say might have interested you the most, but what I look for in stories are the ones that have had the biggest impact on me, or the ones where I felt that I've been able to say something in a story that's been compelling to others. You might think that it might be a story where you uncover graft by an elected official, or a miscarriage of justice in our legal system. And it's really easy to say that those are the kinds of stories that are going to capture people's attention. But for me, one of the most vivid stories that I remember was doing something that first-year journalists often do, and that's obituaries. And I can remember one time interviewing an elderly lady who had been married for more than 50 years, and she had just lost her husband. And I don't even recall to this day what her name was or anything in particular that she said about her husband, other than the fact that they enjoyed spending time together and that they made it a yearly event to decorate their home for Christmas, indoors and out, and how it was such a wonderful memory for her. And I think what really moved me the most is that at the end of the conversation, she said, "Thank you. Thank you for making me remember all of these wonderful things about my husband." And I was trying my hardest not to become emotional about it, but I couldn't help it, And I could just remember thinking, of all the stories I will ever write, I wonder how many will be cut out and framed and kept forever. And I remember thinking, that's probably going to be one of them. So I said, "Matt, get it right." So I can remember that one had an impact on me, and it still does to this day. So I would say that, you might be surprised as a journalist the kinds of stories that you'll do that will have an impact on you, and you hope that they have a wonderful impact on other people like that one did.